Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on euro currency. Here is actually our trading plan stands in the way. You can see markets keep going higher, and as we said, it could and should trying to test the 108 area, because there we have few targets on the intraday charts. This is also the upper border of this confluence resistance, and for the long-term traders, this is very important moment. What will happen around this area? Just because market right now is flirting with the MACD on the weekly chart. But when you're trading on the weekly, you have absolutely different timing of the decision making. You do not need to hurry up and try and take a position immediately, so you have lots of time to think and see. Actually, the whole week will be just a single bar on the chart. That's why you could just think and see what will happen by the end of the Friday, and then make the decision what has happened. So currently the bears just sit on the hands and watching what's going on and how market will react on the data releases this week. So on the shorter term, bullish context stands valid. Market comes to resistance, and here actually, if you have long position, you probably need to make some decisions whether you would like to hold this position, suggesting that the CPI numbers will be also some weaker compared to the expectations. Although yesterday, for example, PPI, although it has shown the 2.5 level, but it was about the expectations. And you can see the first downside reaction on currency markets before it was reversed in opposite direction. So, or you could think and maybe close the position and wait for the CPI and then make the decision on re-entering or make some other trading solutions. So maybe some more attractive setups you will find on different currencies. It also might be the decision. So this is a bit personal because it stands in relation to money management. In general, recent manipulations with the CPI numbers we have shared it in Telegram yesterday. So for example, the Statistics Bureau has decided to exclude the coffee, which is actually has risen in the price for 70% in recent half of the year, and as you understand, 2/3 of an American drinks coffee. So it is not actually the only point that will be excluded. There are some others exist, but this is one of the most brightest. And following this logic, it's turning to some circus because it's the data actually losing its objectivity. You could present the data that shows no inflation, but in reality every American will feel this inflation. And the simplest way is just exclude everything that rising in price, and you will get great numbers in a CPI level. So supposedly they probably needed to keep the picture of the prosperity and the struggling with the inflation that led it to close the quantitative tightening totally and start injection the money in the economy, so start restarting of the quantitative easing. So we already discussed this in details in our reports, so those who read it know what I'm talking about. But it seems that they are moving in this way, so trying to keep picture great, manipulating within some statistics data, and just moving it, returning back to quantitative easing program, because other way to decide the problem of the budget deficit and rising appetite for borrowing, I do not see actually, and probably it's not exist. So at the same time, this data supports the performance of the euro currency because it moved the Fed closer to the rate cut. So from this point of view, it's very interesting what will happen here and by the end of this week. On the follow time frame chart, guys, our butterfly is completed. So first target at least, 1 rate 35 has been tested, and currently, usually, in most cases, we should get some minor pullback, some reaction to the downside. Retesting of this level, maybe 30% pullback is possible. But currently we have the CPI, so it's difficult to say what we will get during data release. If we wouldn't have it, I would say that probably it makes sense to wait for a pullback. If you'd like to take the long position, some retracement could happen. Also, this is the point where you need to think about whether to take position close position totally or partially, or not close it but just move stops closer. So make some decision. And risk controlling as we're coming to the CPI report. If bullish context holds here and market will erase weekly context, we will go higher to the 109 target first, erasing the small stress and sell-off. And in a further perspective, you could probably recognize it by yourself. Here's my big great head and shoulders pattern, right? So it might be left shoulder, head, right arm, and then market could keep going higher. So, but this is already will be something that relates to the fundamental background. It probably will provide some reasons for this performance on the policy of the United States, I mean in financial sphere. For now, let's just keep watching for 2 moments. First of all, it's very interesting where we will be at the end of the week. And second, what will happen to today's CPI numbers. On the hourly chart, our hand shorts that we are trading right now works well. So OP has been completed, market now stands around it, forming minor divergence and so on. So if retracement will happen, it's probably most interesting level to watch for around 107.87, 108, where actually we'll be retesting, right, of this previous top. Let's see what will happen. So XOP here stands around 108.71, so rather extended. This will probably could be reached only if we will get really very weak CPI numbers. So that and so was what we have. Another factor, guys, just don't forget about it. Another factor in favor of possible upward continuation stands on Great British Pound. So recall that we said yesterday that our hand shoulders has started, and indeed, until PPI has been reported, and actually in the moment when it's reported, it has shown really great downside start. But take a look what has happened right now. Market returned back up above the right arm, and it means that it stands on the way of the hand of this pattern failure. Failure of this pattern means action above 126.30, above the top. It means that on the daily chart, cable will try to challenge once again this area. It's 127, 126.50, 127, trying to return back in this trading range of the 126.50, 128. So it indirectly suggests that on the euro currency we also could get some probably continuation. But this is just suggestion. So many things will depend on the CPI numbers today. So let's keep watching.